Episode 8. D1 Level. Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Daily 5 Words. Whether this is your first time here or you've joined us before, I'm really glad you're watching. On this channel, our goal is to help you learn 5 new English words every day in a fun and easy way. We usually start with a short story where these words are used naturally, and then we explain each word in detail so you can understand it and use it confidently. Today, we're trying something a little different. Normally, the story is shown as an animation, but this time, it's just you and me. I'll be telling the story directly. You'll hear it from my voice first, and after that, we'll go through each word step by step. Today's words are 1. Encounter, 2. Persuade, 3. Expand, 4. Interrupt, 5. Overcome. So, I'm going to tell you today's story. And while you listen, pay attention to how these words are used naturally in real situations. Alright, let's get started. Today's story is called Notes of Confidence. It's all about finding the courage to believe in yourself. Every time Sophie played the piano in front of others, she encountered the same problem: stage fright. Her hands would grow cold, her heart would race, and her mind would suddenly forget the music she had practiced so many times. She loved the piano more than anything, but the thought of an audience always made her feel small and powerless. One evening, as the school concert approached, her best friend Mia sat with her in the music room. "Sophie," Mia said gently, "you've practiced for months. You know every note of this song. Don't waste your chance." Mia tried to persuade her with kindness, reminding Sophie how much she wanted this moment. Sophie looked down at her hands, unsure. She hesitated, her fears whispering that she wasn't ready. But deep inside, she wanted to be brave. Finally, she nodded and agreed to perform. The night of the concert came quickly. The auditorium was full of parents, teachers, and students filled every seat. The bright lights above the stage made Sophie's heart beat even faster. She sat at the piano, staring at the black and white keys. For a moment, her fear was huge, almost impossible to carry. But when she placed her fingers on the keys and began to play the first notes, something inside her shifted. Slowly, her confidence began to expand. Each note she played gave her strength, and the melody carried her forward like a gentle river. Then, suddenly, a sharp sound broke the silence. A baby's cry from the back row interrupted her performance. The sound echoed through the hall, and Sophie's hands trembled. For a second, she froze. The fear came rushing back, telling her to stop, to run, to give up. The audience seemed to hold its breath. But Sophie closed her eyes, took a slow breath, and reminded herself of Mia's words. She couldn't let fear win again. With new determination, she continued playing. The melody returned, even stronger than before. Her fingers moved gracefully, and soon she forgot about the people watching. She was no longer just performing, she was sharing a piece of herself. When the final note faded, the auditorium erupted in applause. People rose to their feet, clapping loudly. Sophie looked up, surprised, and a smile spread across her face. She had managed to overcome her stage fright, not by erasing it, but by facing it with courage. That night, she proved to herself that she was ready to share her music with the world and that her love for the piano was stronger than her fear. Before we get into today's vocabulary, don't forget that you can find the download link for the PDF and the audio file of this episode in the description section. For better learning, I suggest listening to the audio whenever you have a chance during the day. Now it's time to dive into today's words. Word number 1. Encounter. Part of speech, verb or noun. Meaning. As a verb, encounter means to unexpectedly meet someone or something, or to face a problem or challenge. As a noun, it refers to an unexpected meeting or experience. Example sentences. We encountered many problems while building the house. She encountered her old teacher at the park. The explorers had a frightening encounter with a wild animal. Synonyms: meet, face, experience. Word family: encountered, past verb form. Met or faced something. Example: we encountered heavy rain during our trip. Encountering, continuous verb form. Meeting or facing something now. Example: he is encountering difficulties in his new job. Common uses and phrases: encountered difficulties or problems, faced challenges. Example: they encountered difficulties while setting up the project. Chance encounter. Unexpected meeting. Example: their friendship started after a chance encounter on a train. Other information for learners. Encounter is more formal than meet. You'll see it often in books, news, or formal situations. Grammar note: as a verb, it usually takes an object. Example: they encountered problems. As a noun, it often comes with adjectives like brief, unexpected, or close. Example: it was an unexpected encounter. Word number 2. Persuade. Part of speech, verb. Meaning: persuade means to convince someone to do something or believe something by using reasoning, arguments, or encouragement. Example sentences: she persuaded him to join the club. The teacher persuaded the students to try harder. He was persuaded by her clear explanation. Synonyms: convince, influence, encourage. Word family: persuasion, noun. The act of convincing someone. Example: through persuasion, she got the team to agree. Persuasive, adjective. Able to convince. Example: her speech was very persuasive. Persuasively, adverb. In a convincing way. Example: he argued persuasively in the debate. Common uses and phrases: persuade someone to do something. Convince to act. Example: she persuaded him to take the job. Easily persuaded. Quickly convinced. Example: he is easily persuaded by his friends. Other information for learners. Be careful not to confuse persuade with convince. Persuade often focuses on actions. Persuade to do something, while convince is usually about belief. Convince that something is true. Word number 3. Expand. Part of speech, verb. Meaning: expand means to make something larger, broader, or more detailed. It can refer to physical size, numbers, or ideas. Example sentences: the company plans to expand into new markets. She expanded her explanation to make it clearer. The balloon expanded as it filled with air. Synonyms: enlarge, broaden, develop. Word family: expansion, noun. The process of growing or becoming larger. Example: the city's rapid expansion caused housing problems. Expansive, adjective. Wide or open, also friendly or generous. Example: the hotel offers expansive views of the sea. Expanded, past verb form. Made bigger or broader. Example: the factory expanded its production last year. Common uses and phrases: expand business or operations. Grow bigger in work. Example: the company wants to expand its operations abroad. Expand on something. Give more detail. Example: could you expand on your idea a little more? Other information for learners. Expand is common in both formal and everyday English. In writing, expand on is especially useful for exams or academic work. Learners often confuse expand and extend, because both talk about making something bigger, but they are used differently. Expand. Making something grow in size, range, or detail. It's often about becoming larger, adding more, or developing further. Example: the company plans to expand into new markets. Grow. Extend. Making something longer in space or time. It's often about stretching, lengthening, or continuing. Example: they decided to extend the deadline by 2 weeks. Time longer. Word number 4. Interrupt. Part of speech, verb. Meaning: interrupt means to stop someone from speaking or doing something by causing a break in their activity. It can also mean to stop something for a short time. Example sentences: please don't interrupt me while I'm talking. The rain interrupted the football match. She kept interrupting the teacher with questions. Synonyms: disturb, interfere, break in. Word family: interruption, noun. A break in activity or speech. Example: there was an interruption in the power supply. Interrupted, adjective and past verb. Stopped for a short time. Example: their conversation was suddenly interrupted by a phone call. Interrupting, continuous verb. Stopping someone right now. Example: he kept interrupting with silly jokes. Common uses and phrases. Interrupt a conversation. Stop someone speaking. Example: he rudely interrupted their conversation. Interrupt service. Cause something to stop working. Example: the storm interrupted internet service for hours. Other information for learners. It's often seen as impolite to interrupt people. Use it carefully when describing social situations. Word number 5. Overcome. Part of speech, verb. Meaning: overcome means to succeed in dealing with a difficulty, problem, or obstacle. It can also mean to control strong feelings or emotions. Example sentences: she worked hard to overcome her fear of public speaking. He finally overcame the illness. She was overcome with joy when she heard the news. Synonyms: defeat, conquer, control. Word family: overcame, past verb form. Succeeded against something in the past. Example: he overcame many problems in his life. Overcoming, continuous verb form. In the process of winning against a problem. Example: they are overcoming the difficulties step by step. Overcomer, noun. A person who defeats challenges. Example: he is an overcomer of many challenges. Common uses and phrases. Overcome difficulties or obstacles. Succeed against problems. Example: they managed to overcome the obstacles and finish the project. Overcome with emotion. Strongly affected by feelings. Example: she was overcome with sadness at the funeral. Other information for learners. Overcome is common in motivational contexts, stories of success, or when describing strong emotions.